Hello everybody, welcome back. Haven't done a tutorial in a while, hasn't it? Well, I'm a little exhausted at the moment due to it being prom last night, and I stayed up till 3. Yay! I stayed up till 3. Woo! Anyway, as my icon is right now, I'm gonna be designing just out of the blue Steven Universe OCs using a humanoid base. That is not mine. No. But my icon at the moment is my Gemsona Topaz, golden topaz. So, yeah, let me see if I'm going to bring up the art program I'm using. For people who keep asking, I hope I keep forgetting to mention this, but I use GIMP 2.6. It's a free program, and honestly, it's actually pretty fun to use, similar to Paint, and very actually easy to learn. So, I might actually gonna put a few points there. As far as I know, I am very not really, let's say I'm a noob in the fandom. I only know the basics, and I'm just doing what I've learned by myself, and a little help with my siblings and friends who actually know more about me. Not me, but Steven Universe than me. So, the first rule of thumb is with the gem, you need to figure out what gem you're doing. And actually, let's see if this will pop up. Oh, no, it won't. No, it won't. Hold on. Let me see if I can present the whole screen to everybody. Shit. Crap. Present to everybody. Oh, look, the Doppler effect. Okay. Now, here's the base. Here's a list of a few things I'll do. Now, someone has suggested I do Obsidian, which I'll be happy to do. And the other one, I'm probably gonna do, okay. Well, I'm gonna do Aventurine and Obsidian. Aventurine's this little gem over here. Now, since the main color is green, or the Aventurine. That's such a weird name. I don't make these names. I'm sorry. I just find it funny that some of these gems have really fun names to say. Now, apparently the Aventurine has a bit of a green base in the picture, so that's what I'm doing now. Now, this base is not mine. I have given a link to it in the below, or on the event page, so don't worry, this is a free-to-use base. I'm probably going to put these guys up for adoption. But this space is actually free to use. Yay. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh crap, wrong. Now I know Obsidian has a base of a blackish blue. So it can vary. Gems can vary in color depending on where people get them and how they're cut. So here's the two base colors. Depending if your gem is in from Homeworld, which is basically like Peridot and Jasper, from what we see in the canon of the show, depends on, if they're for Earth or against Earth. Now, though there hasn't been any male-like gems in the show now, as of late, you can make one. I mean, I do have a really close friend of mine who has made a male-like gem OC, though his is supposedly one of the rebels, or, similar to like Rose Forts in the show, and her gang of, friends like Amethyst, Garnet, and Pearl. Thing. And as far as I gathered, these guys have a star on their outfits. Though I'm not sure what that means. All I know is I've seen it in the show. So I'm not really an expert on that. And I just happen to put it on my gems to show that they're not part of the invaders. The gems that despise Earth for reasons I am not aware of. I'm blabbering today. My goodness. One thing is for certain is that it looks kind of cool. No, hold on. I'm gonna there. One moment. I'm gonna see what the meaning of aventurine means. There might be meanings behind the gemstones, so if you do, look them up. It actually might give you some ideas. Okay, now this is green aventurine, which it's... Oh, okay. Okay, now aventurine is a variety of quartz characterized by blight inclusions of mica or other materials that give a shimmering or glistening effect to the stone. Okay, so I'm guessing this means that I'm gonna make this character slightly vain. Yeah, I'll go with that, because with my character Topaz, her overall design was based off a baseball player of the 1930s. I just happened to do that. So, hold on. Let me do the hair. I don't know what's with me and curly hairstyles. I just happen to like curly hairstyles. I just have this little quirk about them. Like, why don't you do straight hairstyles? That's one question I can't answer truthfully without making excuses. At the moment, I'm currently using a mouse. So my wrist is gonna ache a lot after this, so yay for wrist cramps. So oh gosh. God damn it. Why won't you open Coke? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh. No one has any questions? Okay. Oh, bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna make this slightly darker. Oh, that's a little bit too dark. No! Cancel. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Ah, nice. Now, as I said before, I'm not really an expert. I just happen to know the basics. The only gems I have personally is turquoise, who a friend of mine in real life suggested I do base her off of like the Native American culture in design because turquoise was really prominent in the trade, especially probably even now. So her whole design is based off of a Native American, besides the dress outfit, because the dreadlocks, I was thinking of the beads of turquoise you find. Like the rough strands of beads, and they have this like cracked texture about them. And the other one I said before is topaz, which I have as my icon at the moment. Now their weapons do differ. Weapons can differentiate from the cannon, although depending on what their ability is, their gem ability. I haven't figured out what the abilities of my characters are. Like for Garnet has feature sight. And although it's most prominent in Emethys, she has the shape shifting. And I'm rambling still. Now, with gems, their personalities can vary. Some might act cold and calculating, others are prideful. And you can also look up attributes of, the supposed effects on gems, like, rock or marine. Usually it is like a good, like, used for like romance or something. Like for diamond, that gem might be vain because, it's a girl's best friend. Or it's supposedly a girl's best friend. Now with crystal gems, they might appear as either gender, as far as I know. Though mainly, I believe they take a more, they tend to make a more feminine form, as far as I saw in the show. Now, for those who don't really know Steven Universe that well, I don't know how to describe it, other than it's much better than like Amazing World of Gumball or like Uncle Grandpa, in my opinion. It's really nice and carefree, with actually has some really cool moments of action. I give Rebecca Sugar all the props for making one of the better modern shows than we had for a while now. I mean, to each his own. I won't judge if you don't like Steven Universe. I just happen to do. I have a bit of an addiction with it, with making characters. Now, speaking of characters, this is the tutorial, and I keep getting off track, which is a really bad habit of mine, and I need to break it. You can also design fusions. Now, fusions is a gem, a crystal gem, that is made by two smaller gems. The most prominent one that I've seen that people seem to adore. Canonly, there are several gems: garnet, amethyst, pearl, jasper, but I believe she's based off of a yellow jasper, peridot, and ruby and sapphire. Now, ruby and sapphire make garnet as a fusion. So it's two smaller gems making a bigger gem. Oh wait, I forgot one more. Lapis lazuli, just blue lapis. I can't pronounce the rest of the gem name because I will butcher it. Sadly, I would butcher any pronunciation because I am like that. I can't English today. No, I know the show has a more simplistic style than I'm used to. I tend to be more of a detail, but drawing your own gem in your own style, that's okay. Some people mimic the what was it? Show style. Completely fine. Completely fine. Now, with fusions, sometimes, as I've seen, between bigger gems. Now, sapphire and ruby are really small gems, and I've seen in the show. And when I create garnet, they have two arms. Now, with a bigger fusion, like, let's say, another one, the first one ever introduced was opal. There's sugilite, opal, garnet, hold on. I'm trying to pronounce it. Let me look it up. Crap. I'm running. I am really out of thought. I'm running low. Good thing I have Coke here, because I need the caffeine. So there's Alex. I know there's alexandrite. Opal, sugilite. Crap. Crap. There was also one more. Magellite, thank you. Thank you, Kiki. I was trying to figure out what magellite. Yeah. Now, I know, even though Stevani is also considered a fusion, it's between a half gem and a human, which is for a completely different tutorial. Sorry, I took too long there. Malachite. Now, sugilite, malachite, cheatite, I don't know, alexandrite, and opal have multiple limbs. Most of them, though, have like 4 arms. I know malachite has 4 arms and 4 legs. And they take added features from both gems. I have created a few. One is, hold on, I will show you. Wrong window. Share. Okay. Now, okay, this is topaz. This is actually serpentine, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but this is a fusion between my friend's OC Spinel, who, as seen here, is more of a rubious gem, and topaz, which is my other gem. Now, his weapon is a cannon. Yes, it's a him. That was a friend I mentioned earlier when I said that he had a more of a male character. And Topaz has a bat for a weapon, so I decided to make a spike club for Serpentine. And I also took outfit ideas, because since he had gauntlets, I added gauntlets and combined the boots and like the overalls, and yeah, it was actually pretty difficult. And also I will mention, as I've seen, fusions usually have the gems with them, the two different gems, and the position where their 2 original owners are. For example, malachite. Opal has 1 on her forehead and 1 on her chest, because Pearl has 1 on her forehead and Nemesis has 1 on her chest, representing, and also they're in the same color as the gemstone. Now, this is my other one, turquoise, as I mentioned before. Now, don't mind me, that's reference. No, I missed it. Hold on. This is blue lace. EJ. Okay, EJ. Now, blue lace EJ looks like this. And since turquoise, this is the fusion between my characters turquoise and topaz. Now I made it more of a green blue because blue plus yellow equals green. And since turquoise had the feathers in her hair and topaz had the cap, she got a war bonnet. And and that's all I know. I actually didn't made a full body of her. So it's actually very still in progress. Oh, 3 viewers. Hello. And I'm gonna go back to my gems, to examples of my gem. Oh yeah, concept sketch. 4 arms, because it's medium-sized gems forming into a big gem. Now, chibi topaz. See, okay, this is turquoise. I don't have a color version of her yet. As I was mentioning before, she has a Native American theme to her, since turquoise had a really good big influence during that time. And still is today. And since she has the feather accessories and the dreadlocks were just based off the the string of turquoise beads. And yes, I kind of based her off of the sapphire hairstyle because sapphire has her hair covered, her eyes, and she had an amethyst with the gem on her chest. See, you can still have the same position of the gem as the can characters. You just don't rip them off. You could take inspiration from them. And this is my first one, topaz. Yeah. Now, I don't particularly do the universe style, the Steven Universe style, because I take like characteristics from it. I just really suck at it. Yeah. I'm moving on to Obsidian. Now, many people already have done things like topaz and obsidian and etc. ever since the show started and people decided to make OCs for it. But you can make your own. I mean, there's a lot of topazes out in the world, especially on like DA and such. But you can always make your own version and your own design. Wow, I am repeating myself again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm half asleep. I'm trying to comprehend this. I slept till like 5 in the afternoon today, so yeah. Um, I know that sometimes the gems are drawn with pupils as well, because in the episode Jailbreak, when Jasper was introduced and such, and Sapphire and Ruby were introduced as well. The bad guys were drawn with pupils, but all I know is that they usually don't, and they have a gradient in their eyes, or sometimes one solid color. That's only from my observations of the show. Actually, usually they have a harmonized color palette depending on what their gem they're based off of. They could also have like little accent colors. For example, with Garnet, she has yellow for the stars on her gauntlets, and it really balances out the like magenta, red, and slightly purple tones to her whole character design. I advise to look it up. The show is actually full of wonderful, and it's lighthearted, carefree, and sometimes it can get really emotional, like deep. And da-da-da-da. There we go. There's the base of our two designs. One as oh yes, I'm just looking at the question box, and someone mentioned that Peridot is a space clock Dorito, but she does look like a Dorito. She does look like a Dorito. I'm gonna add something to Adventure Item's hair. Wow, I can't pronounce things today. Hope you can understand me. Never mind. Now, oh no. I just know something. Hold on. Don't mind me while I go OCD. OCD. Now, the gem can be placed anywhere in the body. Oh, and I'll say that with the note that take your mind out of the gutter, because I didn't mean it like that. Well, you can dress your gem anywhere they want. You can even add like little markings on them if they're based off a certain gem that has multiple colors in it. There's Obsidian. I'm gonna get back to drawing. Hi, I'm really sorry if I'm boring you and getting off track. It's kind of a thing that I happen to do. There we go. Well, I'm gonna do a part 2 tomorrow. It's getting late for me, and I have to do a few things. So, I hope you enjoyed thus far. I'm gonna save it here. So I'll continue and try to finish this up as best as I can. So, thank you for joining me today. I really hope you guys enjoy my blabbering thus far, and yeah, good night, everybody.